So this week we got another trailer for Mass Effect Andromeda. And it's another in a long line of trailers we've been getting, and I really like it. You know, this trailer's great. It shows off the story, it doesn't show off a ton of the story. Fantastic job here. But it does bring back a subject I enjoy talking about probably too much. How very bizarre Mass Effect Andromeda has been this entire time. So it's just kind of, you know, it's awesome to see more of the story. It's still unclear. They're not going super in depth with it. I wish the villain wasn't an all-powerful being. I've said this from the start. It should not be Space Hitler. That should not be the enemy. This should be more like Star Wars or it's more like Star Trek rather than Star Wars. You know, that's what made the first game's plot so interesting, was I think it had a focus, a centralized villain to go after. And then it was, oh no, the Reaper Space Hitler's here. So fine, whatever. I digress about that. I think Mass Effect 1 is the best plot of all three. And all those people saying that they didn't want to show anything, to not spoil the game, they seem to have now shown a bunch, and they keep showing more. And they're going to be showing more. That argument is completely gone. They just happen to be showing off stuff about this game way late. And I don't really understand the strategy there or anything like that. Whoa. How do you do that? All right, one day I'll figure out how computers work. But it's great. It's nice to have consistent updates with this game and its PR strategy in general, because the game comes out really soon, in 2 months, like less than 2 months. And these updates really make it seem real. We haven't seen a lot of gameplay, and the stuff we've seen has some issues, most notably some very odd editing in the gameplay reveal trailer, particularly one scene where the guy hits an enemy and presumably kills him, and it just freezes him. He just stops. He doesn't move. He's not under a stasis or anything. He just stops moving. That's not very good, very promising to me. So that might be a little issues. And before launch, we should see a few more things. I said for a long time after last year's E3 that the game will be delayed. And since then, we've got quite a few trailers, and they are a little late. And as I said, a little broken in showing glitches that should not be shown in your trailer. However, I think we're still in a good place. If we don't hear about it going gold in early February, then we're not in a good place. But that should definitely happen. Seemingly? Remains to be seen. But I wouldn't be too worried here. There is the other oddity, which is the Andromeda Initiative, as the... Whoa, how do you do that? Here you go. This is how things get broken and everyone dies. Should have picked a longer trailer is what I should have done. So the Mass Effect Andromeda Initiative is very strange. They're basically releasing 2 trailers that are about completely different things on the same day. And they compete with each other for no real reason. They should be alternating. There should be some space, some room to breathe between these trailers. And it seems it's very indicative of this entire botched PR campaign to me. Particularly if you go back, the radio silence after a very shitty E3 showing that was half behind the shoulder computer shots. It does not instill any confidence. And even if you knew this game was going to release around March, not saying so and letting a lot of people in the industry and outside of it speculate on delays, other issues with the game, etc., that's not a good strategy. Also, these Andromeda Initiative videos aren't even in-game. I believe they're just CG promo videos. Like, there's very clearly along the bottom not in-game footage. So there's really no reason why they couldn't have been released, unless they just weren't done, last fall, before N7 Day, to spruce up hype and to kill the delay rumors. Perhaps once a month would have been nice. But what do I know about anything about PR? I'm just saying it's very odd and it doesn't quite fit, and it seems like now they just backloaded their PR campaign to release 6 trailers within 4 months of the game coming out, which is a little absurd. And you know, it looks very promising. I love Mass Effect, but it certainly had a long road to get here, and the results might just be as questionable as the PR campaign if we don't get some more solid looks at the gameplay within the next 2 months. Here's an Asari. Merry Christmas. But with that, let's get into the actual topics of the week and not the rambling style of this. I'm trying a new thing with this front segment. I don't know how it's working. Clearly, YouTube and Google Docs, little PowerPoint, not playing nice with me. And now I understand what it was doing, and I'm a moron. So that's, that's basically the news of the day. Not news at all. Moron, thanks. Film at 11.